Hi friend, this is Pastor Lucas Pina, your immigrant pastor, and this is your snack for the journey. And today we're going to go to a letter, a letter from James, the brother of Jesus Christ. And he wrote a letter. It's a very important letter because it's a letter that put Christianity in practice, how you practice Christianity. So if you can read that letter, it would be great for you, for your soul, for your life, because it gives you practical ways to act as a Christian. And there is one verse here that I'd like to share. It's just a sentence here that I'd like to share with you. Chapter 2, verse 1, he says, "My brothers, as believers," so he's talking to believers, people who believe in Jesus Christ, "as believers in our glorious Lord Jesus Christ." As believers, what you should do: don't show favoritism. Don't show favoritism. And then here you go explaining someone that comes and he's not dressed well, and he sits in the front and people ask them to sit in the back because this seat is reserved for so and so because they're more important and all that kind of thing. It's interesting because I have been in both sides. As an immigrant, sometimes people look down at me because my English is not the best, I'm not a rich guy and all that kind of thing. I dress in a certain way, I talk in a certain way, and I come from a country considered, at least in the past, in the third world country and all that kind of. So I have been in that side, and I have the temptation to be in the other side, because in Brazil we have the same situation. If the person is rich, the person is important, very well is dressed up for the service, you're going to treat that person in a different way. And what James is telling us here is we should see beyond the clothing. We should see beyond that. As believers, we don't treat people because they have something. We treat people because they are. It's because of what they are and who they are, and not because how much they have, how they dress, how they behave, how they talk, and all that kind of thing. And sometimes we forget that. We put that aside because we see the person, he or she are dressed up and looks like they're rich people and they can contribute, they can give to the church and all that kind of thing, and then we treat them in a different way, in a preferential way. And those that cannot give a lot, we treat them in a different way. And James is saying, look, if we are believers in the glorious Lord Jesus Christ, we should not do that, because the other is as much brother or sister than the others. They are brothers and sisters, they are members of the same family, and we should treat them in the same way. It's a discipline. We have to discipline ourselves to go beyond the favoritism, the clothing, the shining things, the impression, the first impression. We should go beyond that and treat our brothers and sisters, all of them, in the same way. And this is your snack for the journey. God bless you.